always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the suites catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
Tasting fresh isn't hard with Blue Mountain Cider Company. As the official hard cider of the Walla Walla Suites, our award-winning ciders have been crafted with love from local apples since 2003. Crisp, refreshing, and less filling than beer, Blue Mountain Cider is the perfect choice for any occasion. Check out our 8 flavors including peach, cherry, and harvest blend this summer. These ciders are sure to be a home run. Join us on Facebook and at drinkcider.com to learn more. Blue Mountain Cider Company, an apple a day, one glass at a time.
Experience elegance in the heart of downtown Walla Walla at the Marcus Whitman Hotel. Call for reservations at 509-525-2200 or visit us online at marcuswhitmanhotel.com.
Welcome to hospitality. Welcome to luxury. Welcome to Legends Casino Hotel. Visit legendscasino.com or call and book your stay today.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Suites catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest, you are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Washington's Lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington Lottery, Lottery, Lottery. Play Washington Lottery, Lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Sweets catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Welcome to the Peeling It Back pregame show. I'm Brad Whitman alongside manager Leo Rivera. Leo, 6-game away trip in Canada, now back in the States. Went 3-3 on that road trip versus Kelowna and Kamloops. How do you feel about it?
Good to be home. It was a long bus trip, long week up in there in Canada, coming back at 500. We can live with it, right? Guys battled. We got a little bit tired at the end, but we really gutted out that last win, so I was proud of the boys for that. Yeah,
Kamloops have proved to be a difficult opponent, and now we go up against the Marion Berries. They're currently on a 6-game losing streak. We're back on our home park. Do you feel that that momentum plays a big factor?
Yeah, I do. They're a good ball club, though. They did take a game last night from the Knights, but yeah, I think they're going to be ready to go. They got some new guys in. They're a good ball club. They were really good last year, so we're excited for this series. It'll be a good one.
Yeah, they got some new guys, and we got some new guys, and a lot of young guys from Seattle Redhawks joining the lineup, and Hallam and Royce Hale joining us. Of course, they're making commitments. We got PK back. How do you feel about having kind of those reinforcements going forward?
Feels pretty good. Feel like we have pretty close to our whole roster that will be here for the summer. So now we just got to get comfortable again, right? Every week it's a little bit different group, but for the most part it stays the same. So just having those new guys come in, get comfortable quick, and help us out on the field.
Yeah, that depth definitely adds a little bit extra. And now, of course, having another 3-game homestand, preparing for Ridgefield this upcoming weekend. The Raptors have proved to be a very tough opponent. Are you kind of looking forward towards facing them?
Yeah, I think I'm worried about right now, though. I think if I start worried about Ridgefield, then the guys will start worrying about it. And worry is not the right word, but try to stay in the moment day by day. And we got 9 innings to take care of tonight, and then we'll worry about tomorrow when we get there.
What do you think is going to be the key to coming out hot early versus a good team like Marion?
I think throwing a lot of strikes and being ready to hit early in the count. PK is going to give us a great at-bat to lead off the game. He's going to be ready for the heater. And if they miss there, I expect him to hammer something.
Well, yeah, PK recently coming to Troy. How do you feel about kind of seeing him go to a program like that?
Yeah, it's cool. It's great. That's what the portal's for, but more so he gets to relax. Now he knows where he's going during the fall, so that's a big stressor taken care of, and now he can just worry about being here and helping us win some ball games, which I know he's really excited to do.
I appreciate it, Leo. Thank you so much. Game 1 getting set to go versus the Marion Berries. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
It is a warmer one here in Walla Walla, Washington, as we get set to go for the series opener. Onions versus Berries here in Borleske Stadium. Thank you for joining us on the Walla Walla Sweets YouTube. I'm Brad Whitman, bringing you all the action. Sweets, of course, coming back after a 6-game road trip up in Canada. Started in Kelowna, British Columbia, took down the Falcons 2-1 in that series. And then the weekend series versus the Norpaws fell in the first 2 games, took the 3rd game back on Sunday afternoon, and now returning home here to Walla Walla and would love to get another W against a Southern Divisional opponent in the Berries. And 85 degrees, not a cloud in the sky over top Borleske. It was a high of 90 today in Walla Walla. Of course, will cool down as the evening goes on, expecting it to be around 70 degrees by the conclusion of this game, maybe even lower. It will be the hottest game that we have seen in Borleske so far this summer. Of course, a long summer still ahead of us here in mid-June. as we have the starting lineup. For the Marion Berries, as announced by head coach Tucker Brack, Sawyer Nelson will be leading things off. Danny Whitman batting second, Andrew Moon batting third, Martin Serrano, the catcher, in the cleanup spot, Tyler Dunning batting fifth, Evan Burr behind him at six, Cale Barney at the 7, Matthew Major DHing tonight for the Berries, and Noah Sharer will be rounding things out at the 9 spot, facing off against the University of St. Francis right-hander in Perry Stowe. Stowe making his third start of the season, 2.79 ERA across just under 10 innings pitched, and the first fastball on its way, called for a strike in towards the knees of Nelson. First pitch exactly 6:35 p.m. here in Walla Walla, Washington. As Stowe, another fastball. This one's going to get sent out towards deep right center, trailing back towards the gap. It is going to one-hop the fence out in right center. Nelson is going to wind around second, digging for third. Stop sign will be put up, and he will stand on third with a leadoff triple here in the top of the first. So back-to-back heaters from Stowe. First one called strike at the knees, then got burned on one, as Nelson able to turn it towards the right center power alley. So it's going to be an early runner on third base with none down here in the first. Stowe looking to settle it right back down versus the Berries. And now this pitch going to get cracked over the right side of the infield, dealt with on a hop by Nakamura. No, it's going to be off the glove of Knowles, and the run will come across to score. And after 3 pitches, it's already a run in for the Berries and a runner still on first. As the Swedes looking to immediately stabilize here in the top of the first, Perry Stowe. And has tossed 3 strikes and saw the leadoff triple, and now just a ground ball to the right side of the infield. Wasn't able to be dealt with, as now Whitman leads off of first, and that of course brings up Andrew Moon. Gets himself up early, 1-0 in the count. Moon out of Loyola Marymount University down in California. Just finished up his true freshman year there, originally from Salem, Oregon, native of Marion County. But did get a decent bit of time with the Lions, starting in 48 games for LMU. Did bat .245 in that time, 7 doubles, 5 homers, knocked in 25 runs, and now we'll take a ball just out off the plate, 3-0 count. Again, Stowe looking to stabilize the Berries, looking to really work themselves back into momentum, as had themselves a rough 5-game stretch, dropping 3 to the Ridgefield Raptors, getting swept by the team out in southwestern Washington, and then lost the first 2 games versus the Corvallis. Did take down the Knights last night in a rare Monday game across the West Coast League. I would love to extend that winning, as Stowe gets a big swing and a miss out of Moon. The count will go full. Again, Perry repping himself a nice 4-pitch mix: fastball, slider, changeup, curveball. Going to see a lot of the off-speed pitches in the slider changeup. Doesn't quite go to the curve a ton, as the runner takes off, swing and a miss. The throw is going to be down, not in time, as we'll see Whitman sitting off of second, and the first out is going to be found as Moon goes down swinging. That brings up the cleanup man in Martin Serrano. So again, Walla Walla still trying to limit the damage here in the top of the first, as the Berries with the leadoff triple, then just a ground ball into an error for the RBI, followed by a strikeout and a stolen base. Brings up Serrano, who can very much put a charge into something. Again, Serrano hasn't had much of an average so far this season, batting .182, only 8 hits across 44 at-bats. But out of those 8 hits, 2 have been doubles, 3 have gone yard. The definition of a power hitter, batting .182 this summer, slugging .432. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-0 lead here in the top of the first for Marion. Stowe kicks and fires down in the dirt. Stopped up well by Jalen Kennedy. As we do take a quick look at the field for the Sweets, over in the left is Trevor T. Sam Kane continues out in center. Gunnar Guile out there in right field. Gaines Austin returns to the hot corner at third. Austin Owens, who's continued his hot string of work over at shortstop. Logan Nakamura stays out at second. Peyton Knowles returns to the lineup to the field after missing the Canada road trip over at first base. Jalen Kennedy, his first game as a sweep behind the plate. And then Stowe dealing it, gets a big swing and a miss on the changeup. And it goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Stowe made 1 start across the road trip through 4 2/3 in the opener of the road trip, that being exactly a week ago now, last Tuesday. It's going to be a hard ground ball to the right side. Knowles able to stop it on the cut of the grass. The throw is not going to be in time, as it was Stowe who had to cover. And we'll see if that is counted as an error as well. You already saw an error off the second baseman in Nakamura. That very well could be an error on Peyton Knowles, as he did get a glove on it, just couldn't quite keep it all the way in front. As did see Whitman move all the way up to third on the ground ball. So now it's runners on the corners with 1 down, and it will be deemed an error on PK. So 2 errors here in the top of the first for the Sweets defense. A good stop from Kennedy to keep that ball in front.
There you go, catch.
And Jalen Kennedy out of Lower Columbia College. Just finished up his true freshman year there as an NWAC champ. Stowe kicks and deals at the knees. A good pitch there to get 1 on versus Dunning. Inning-ending double play still in effect here in the top of the first, as Stowe looks, kicks, tries the low corner, and he's able to get a little bit of confusion out of Dunning, as that call slightly delayed by the home plate umpire in Thomas Glenn. Michael Gray, the field umpire, in between Nakamura and Stowe on the mound. Stowe looks in, kicks and deals the slider, gets a swing and a miss, and finds 2 outs on 2 strikeouts in. Perry may be feeling like he has to do it all himself, and that he is. So again, and there's still runners on first and third now with 2 outs. And up steps Evan Berg. And it looks like check swing. We'll see the appeal down to Michael Gray, saying that he held up. So the count will be 0-1. Berg all the way from the East Coast in Louisiana, batting .234 on the season, has knocked in 7 runs. Bunchone will pull it back, just trying to force the location to work for Stowe. As Berg did have himself a tough series versus Ridgefield, that being most recent. And that was the 12th through the 14th this past weekend series. Berg went 0 for 10 in that time. Did get on board once with a walk, once with a hit by pitch. Now in himself a 3-0 count versus Stowe, as Perry will toss in a strike. Again, Marion put an end to their 6-game losing streak that went from June 7th to this most recent Sunday. Ground ball out to second. Nakamura knocks it down. Will run over to his own base to limit the damage, as Perry Stowe ends up giving up 1. Will not count against him, as Saw the leadoff triple from Nelson, back-to-back errors, but it's the Berries who now lead 1-0 here in Borleske. Swedes looking to bring it back as PK will lead it off.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington's lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington's lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
Starting lineup as announced by head coach Leo Rivera for the Walla Walla Sweets. Peyton Knowles, who has recently committed to Troy University, will be leading things off back after short hiatus, missing the California road trip. Trevor T batting second for the Sweets. Austin Owens moving into more of a power spot. He's batting third. Gunnar Guile, the cleanup man tonight. Sam Kane batting fifth. Royce Hale, the designated hitter, getting his first look as a Sweep. Gene Swanson batting seventh. Jalen Kennedy also in his first time as a part of this lineup batting eighth, and then Logan Nakamura rounding things out at the 9 spot, going up against the Chaminade right-hander in Brennan Panis. Panis just finished up his sophomore year at Chaminade. Stands at 5'10" out of Hawaii, made 12 starts this past spring with Chaminade. Now making himself his third start as a Berry. Has made 3 previous appearances, 2 of which being starts. As now he'll look in versus Knowles. First pitch will just miss outside. Again, have not seen Panis pitch since June 7th versus the Yakima Valley Pippins in Yakima. Through 2 1/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 6 runs in that time, as Knowles is going to go to left field, and PK doesn't waste much time at all. Back in a Sweets uniform and finds himself a leadoff single. And Peyton Knowles was one of the most consistent bats we saw early on in the season in the first couple weeks. Then again had to get some rest and miss out on the Canadian road trip. He was dearly missed, as immediately makes an impact. Is batting .333 on the season. That ramps it up even further. So Trevor Stee steps in, shows bunt, plays it down. Looks like just fouled it off himself, and it'll be an 0-1 count. T batting .278 on the summer thus far, and was another slightly, wouldn't say later addition, more so just had to take a moment to join the lineup. Of course, was finishing up a Division II Super Regional with the Mavericks of Colorado Mesa. This being his 11th game out of the 16 total. Kick and deal from Panis, and forces an awkward cut out of T. And Trevor in the Kamloops series, the most recent series this past weekend, did play in games 2 and 3, batted 1 for 3 with a hit by pitch in each of those games. Got on base 50% of the time, now fends off a breaking ball, slips over the netting. And over the crowd here in Borleske. But T, definitely a guy who's been moved around a lot of spots in the lineup. We've seen him as leadoff guy. We've seen him as a cleanup guy. We've seen him towards the bottom at the 8 and 9 spots. Really has just gone anywhere that the skipper, Leo Rivera, needs him to go. Fastball is going to crack on the left side of the infield. Nelson is there over to second. Moon can't funnel and loses it. And we'll see Knowles return to second base, and everyone will be safe. So Moon ends up dropping it off of second and seeing a couple early mistakes from either defense. Again, Walla Walla made 2 errors in the top of the first. I believe that is going to be tallied an error on Andrew Moon as Austin Owens steps in. It'll be interesting to see how the official scorekeepers do end up listing that play as Panis kicks and deals up and in, and it looks like it got the hand of Owens, and home plate umpire Thomas Glenn saying no, it didn't, and now they're having a talk amongst themselves at home plate, and head coach Leo Rivera is going to come in and talk to the home plate umpire as again Owens squared to bunt, now taking off his glove and trying to show his right hand. Again, turned to square to bunt. Look, it was a fastball up and in from Panis, and now Rivera, the home plate umpire Thomas Glenn talking about it, and it looks like after a short deliberation, Austin Owens is going to have to step back in the box, and it's going to be deemed a foul ball. So instead of a free trip to first, Austin Owens will now be down in an 0-1 count with both corners playing in, as Cale Barney, the first baseman, playing very shallow, about a third of the way up the first base line. Another fastball cruises its way in, just missed outside, and be 1-1 count. And 2 runners on, still no outs. Panis fires, and I think this one got Owens pretty square, and he will trot down to first, and that is definitely a hit by pitch to load the bases with no outs for the cleanup man in Gunnar Guile. So bases loaded, no outs. The Sweets trailing by 1. Gunnar Guile going to look to be the man to put a dent in it. Guy out of the University of Arizona, first pitch swing, grounds it over to the second base side. Moon will just take the out at first, and it's going to be an RBI ground out for Gunnar Guile. Tie ball game early on here in the first, as the defenses from each side really being forced to work. So with runners on second and third, 1 out, and now a tie game, up steps Sam Kane out of the University of Nevada, Reno, and will take a breaking ball for strike 1. And Kane, another guy who we've seen put a hard swing in a ball. Right now batting 194, but another one of those guys who has been more of a power hitter, is batting 194 in his first 9 games, but slugging nearly 400. Out of his 7 hits, he's got 2 doubles, a triple, and a homer. So over half his hits have been for extra bases in the early goings of this summer. And now it takes a big swing and a miss at the heater from Panis. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But they're not doing any of the stay-in plays until they finish their construction.
Big chance for the Sweets to try and break this game open and respond by claiming their own lead in the first. Panis kicks, fires, Kane lets it go, just missing the outside corner. And Panis, so far the longest appearance of the summer was back on June 2nd through 3 2/3 versus the Bend Elks in a win there. Allowed 2 hits, 5 runs, and now Kane will go down swinging, chase the ball under the knees, and that will bring up for the first time Royce Hale. And Hale is a guy that you look at and very well just know that he could smoke a baseball somewhere. Royce stands at 6'5", 230 pounds. Just finished up his junior year at Seattle University with the Red Hawks. As following assistant coach Leo Rivera, now head coach, of course, with Walla Walla. But Hale batted .299 this past spring with Seattle at the Division I level. Knocked 4 doubles, 7 homers, slugging .513 a clip. Also got walked a good few times, hit by a couple pitches, had an on-base percentage of 40.4. So a power guy who gets on base a lot, has very disciplined eye, and a lot of guys just don't want to pitch to a 6'5" lefty, as it's going to be popped up, back and out of play. Count will go 2-1 to Royce. But Hale among the newest kind of, not batch of recruits, but batch of players able to make their Sweets appearance. A lot joining us for this homestand. Nico Bavaro, Jalen Kennedy, Gage Reeser, Ronan Schofield, all being a group, as the off-speed will get an off-balance swing out of Hale. Then you have Peyton Knowles returning. You have, of course, Royce Hale, who's newly committed to Long Beach State to play with the Dirtbags. Then you have Isaac Hallam, the former Red Hawk, now committed to play at the University of San Francisco. 1-2 pitch, going to be laced into right field by Hale. One run will come across in T. Owens being waved around third. He will be in there on a head-first slide. And Royce Hale in his first at-bat as a Walla Walla Swede knocks in 2 runs to put the Swedes up 3-1 here in Borleske. And looked to be a little bit out in front of it, but kept the barrel on plane and was just able to lift it over Moon's head, the second baseman, for 2 RBI, and now 3-1. Walla Walla lead over Marion. Offensive battle early on between the Onions and the Berries, as the first pitch to Haas is going to be sent out to right field. Behind it is Shar, and he makes the catch for out number 3, but Royce Hale delivers 2 runs on a single, and it was Gunnar Guile who brought in the first one. Sweets lead after 1, 3-1 over the Berries.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Cale Barney set to lead things off for the Marion Berries here in the top of the second. Again, a very explosive first inning as the Berries were able to tack on 1 early after a leadoff triple from Nelson, and weren't able to get anything else. Perry Stowe bared down very well, stranded 2 on base, and then, of course, the Walla Walla's offense responded very swiftly with the first 3 batters in the lineup all coming across to score, as now Stowe going straight at Cale Barney. Up 0-2 early. As the kick and deal draws the swing and a miss, and Perry Stowe sets down the Oregon State Beaver commit in 3 pitches. And it'll be 1 up, 1 down. So in will step the designated hitter for the Berries tonight in Matthew Major. Major batting .234 to open up the season. Has himself 2 doubles, triple, and a homer. Has struck out 19 times in 47 at-bats. Really looking to settle down the swings and misses. Again, that being about 40% of the time he's struck out. And he's going to send a chopper over to third. Hops over the head of Hawson, and it will stay fair. Gaines thought it was a foul ball. Was kind of just jumping to jump. The throw is quickly in from Trevor T. And that's going to be a bit of an unorthodox single for Major as he stands on first. Just a high chopper over the head of Hawson, the third baseman, and he leapt for it, but you could immediately see him kind of turn around back towards the home plate umpire, Thomas Glennon, kind of separated his hands, meaning foul ball, and no, it just stayed fair down the line. So a runner on with 1 out here in the top of the second for the Berries. And up steps Scherer, and he's going to foul away the first pitch he sees. Noah Scherer, this being just the 13th game he's been a part of, is one of the top batters in terms of average for Marion, batting .257, and his time has knocked in 3 runs, 4 extra base hits, 1 homer so far. Now he's going to line a ball straight out to center. Sam Kane will settle right where he is. Didn't have to move much. And Sam will collect out number 2 for the Sweets. So it'll turn the lineup card over back to the Berries' third baseman in Sawyer Nelson. Again, the lefty swinging Nelson, who was able to smoke a ball out to right center field. His first time up for a leadoff triple, was the 1 run to come across for the Berries so far. Now has 2 outs and a runner aboard. Now strike calling at the knees. Count will even right back up. Again, Nelson, another incoming freshman for the 26-27 school year, currently committed to Loyola Marymount, as swing and a miss pops out of the glove of Kennedy, as Jalen will get right back on it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, a lot of players for Marion who just finished up their senior years of high school, graduating this past spring, and now we're looking on to big things at the college. A lot of strong Division I commits for the Berries. And Walla Walla have their fair share of young men too, getting their first time against college competition. Likely going to be seeing more and more. As Nico Bavaro, a good lefty arm out of who's committed to UCLA, going to be one of the big ones upcoming. Might see him out of the bullpen. Ronan Schofield, the Washington State commit, has recently joined us here in Walla Walla, as those are probably going to be only 2 names you see as of recently in terms of incoming freshmen for Walla Walla, as Perry Stowe almost tossed that straight by PK Knowles, able to keep the pickoff move in check. As now the runner will take off. Doesn't matter, as Sawyer Nelson's going to get set down looking by Perry Stowe. He's got 4 strikeouts through the first 2 innings, and nothing being put up. Another runner stranded aboard for the Berries. It remains 3-1 Sweets here in Borleske.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHondaofWallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family. It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
And it has been so far a very up in the air season in the West Coast League. As we'll go over the standings in the WCL real quick, starting off, of course, with the South Division. The Ridgefield Raptors currently leading the WCL South 11-4. Walla Walla and Corvallis tied at second, both 2 games back at a first, both 9-6. Yakima Valley, the Pippins, currently sitting in 4th place at 8-7. Then it goes Portland and Marion at 5th and 6th. The Berries trying to climb their way back up after having a hot start and then getting a win on the 6-game losing streak, followed by the Bend Elks and the Springfield Drifters. Rounding out the South, of course, in the North, Wenatchee, the Apple Sox leading the charge, followed by the Bellingham Bells, Nanaimo, and Kamloops. Currently sitting after that, well, Nanaimo currently sitting at 3rd. There's currently a 3-way tie in the North for 4th place. Kamloops, Kelowna, and Victoria, all 7-8. Then Edmonton and the Port Angeles Lefties round out the North Division in the West Coast League. So Wenatchee and Ridgefield, the team to catch in each division. As the 1-0 pitch on its way to Kennedy, fouls it back. Again, Jalen Kennedy stands at 6 foot even out of Lacey, Washington. Mentioned just finished up his freshman year with the Red Devils of Lower Columbia College. Batted nearly .350 this past spring, helping his team win the conference championship in the Northwest Athletic Conference. Batted nearly .350, slugged .415, had 9 doubles, a triple, 30 runs knocked in. Got on base nearly 45% of the time he stepped into the box. And always a great asset to have as a true freshman. As it's going to be a breaking ball chipped away. And as of right now, Jalen still committed to playing at Lower Columbia next spring. But could see him go many different places as the NWAC MVP. Spanis continues working on the stretch, fires the 1-2, fended off by Kennedy. Again, Kennedy being another great catcher to have on the roster for the Swedes, as Walla Walla have no shortage of catchers so far for this summer. 1-2 pitch is a fastball, line drive over at Dunning, as he will make the grab for out number 1. We're going to have Jalen Kennedy as a catcher, Hunter Allen out of Mount Hood Community College, Troy Osborne at the University of Portland. You have Ethan Buckley, who's another big one. You have guys who can be mixed in there. Nate Petts, the utility man, has spent some good time. Very well, I believe, could see Royce Hale there as another big utility guy. But after the line out, it will jump to Logan Nakamura, another Portland pilot, as he takes ball 1 outside. And Nakamura just finished up his freshman year with the University of Portland. Has been a good bat to have in the lineup for the Swedes, as he's really gotten moved around from kind of the top of the order in the 2, 3, 4 spots and has been really repping the 9th spot as of late. Batting .324 on the season, did have himself a tougher road trip. Batting 1 for 18 in Canada. Now up 2-1 in the count. Banis trying to get through an inning clean, respond to the inning delivered by Perry Stowe as Nakamura rocks this one out to deep right field. Tracking back is Scherer, and he'll make it back, stepping out towards the warning track, and looked like a good piece from Nakamura. That it was, but he might have just gotten the hands extended a little bit early. Couldn't quite lift it over the shorter porch out in right field. Again, the fence around Borleske standing, believe it about 10 to 12 feet, but then it lowers to about half that in a certain gap in right field, basically between right field to right center. As PK steps back in, takes strike one. So two well-struck balls from the Sweets, but nothing to come of it as Knowles, a good take on a pitch under the knees. Again, PK had the single out to left his last time up. Knowles spent his first couple of years of college baseball, of course, with Seattle University. Had himself a breakout season as another ball flies into foul territory, just out towards the Walla Walla dugout. Again, started his career at Gonzaga University with the Bulldogs, earned West Coast Conference All-Freshman honors, and then an All-WCC honorable mention back in 2024. Now he's going to go down swinging, foul tip straight back into the glove of Serrano. He squeezes it for out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning in response by the Berries. That will send us swiftly on to the third here in Walla Walla. Sweets continue to lead by 2.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Sweets catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Berries have been a team who have been an interesting team to look at offensively, and Stowe will get a breaking ball past Whitman to open up the top of the third, as the Berries have so far struggled in terms of their hitting this season, batting .217 as a team, lowest in the West Coast League, but have had themselves a good bit of power and a good bit of success with the long ball, currently sitting 5th in the league in homers, but also getting on base when it comes to things like walks, currently sitting 6th in the WCL in walks. So despite maybe not hitting as consistently as some of the other top teams, have definitely found their way to will themselves on base. And again, mentioned that they were top 6 in terms of walking, are 3rd in hit by pitches as a team. High fly ball out to right field. Guile is there, and he'll collect it nice and easy for out number 1. So despite, again, batting just .217 as a team, Marion get on base nearly 36% of the time as a squad. So 1 up, 1 down. Stowe kicks and fires a breaker. Finds an early strike 1-2 Moon. Again, expecting to see a lot of those first pitch sliders, a lot of those first pitch changeups out of Perry. Likes to lead with the off speed, then mix in the fastball after that. As there he goes to the heater, spikes it in front. And Kennedy getting a little bit of wear on that chest protector. 1 ball, 1 strike. Walla Walla still leading the West Coast League in strikeouts as a team, 151 in 15 games. have averaged an easy 10 strikeouts a game, and in the biggest game we saw in terms of strikeouts, the Walla Walla Sweets were able to tack up 18 strikeouts. That was versus the Corvallis Knights all the way back on June 2nd in the home opener, as the heater runs up and in from Perry, draws a swing and a miss. The Sweets still have averaged around 8 strikeouts in their last 6 games now. Has been a little bit lower, but the offense has still had some great strides, as missing low and away. Kennedy liked the spot, as the count will go full. Payoff pitch on its way will skip into the dirt, and it will be the first walk administered by Perry. So after the flag, we'll put one Berry aboard. Again, had the pleasure of talking to skipper Leo Rivera pre-game, and one of the big things that Coach Rivera mentioned was having his team throw strikes, asked what his team needed to do to kind of attack the Berries early and somewhat set the tone for this game in this series, and that was the thing he emphasized, throwing strikes, and Stowe looking to be the man to do it. As this pitch misses way up and outside, count will go 2-0 now to Serrano. Again, mentioned Perry in his last time out through 4 2/3 versus Kelowna, as that was last Tuesday in the road trip opener up in British Columbia. Allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, struck out 4. Pretty good outing out of Perry. Before that, had an even better one. Big swing and a miss out of Serrano, as it was in that 18 strikeout game versus the Corvallis Knights. Perry started that game tossing 5 innings versus the Knights, allowed 6 hits, only 1 earned run, striking out 8 in 5 innings. Kicks and deals a breaking ball on. It's going to get torched out to center. Sam Kane back to his right will make the catch on the run for out number 2. That's a good barrel from the cleanup man in Serrano, but will start his day up 0 for 2, and that'll bring up Dunning. And Tyler Dunning, another young player from a very well-respected program, just finished up his true freshman year at UCLA. As unfortunately didn't get much time as is regular for freshmen at the high Division I programs in the Power 5 conferences. So as a true freshman, didn't get any time with the Bruins. Again, out of one of the most prolific high school programs in all of high school baseball, J. Sarah Catholic High School down in California. Came out as the number 6 ranked shortstop in all of California. Back in 2024, was a preseason underclass All-American according to Perfect Game back in 2024. Now strike will be called to Dunning, and it'll go 1-2. But Dunning, definition of a young guy with a ton of potential, stands at 6 foot 190 pounds. Out of Rancho Santa Margarita, California. 1-2 pitch, runner takes off, swing and a miss, as Perry Stowe will set down the Bruin in back-to-back strikeouts and send us on to the bottom of the 3rd, stranding another runner on base. That is now 4 stranded for the Berries in the first 3 innings and 5 strikeouts for Stowe.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the suites catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Bottom of the third getting started here in Walla Walla. Again, likely some of these players starting to feel the effects of the heat a little bit, sitting in the mid-80s here around Borleske. Again, it was a high of 90 degrees Fahrenheit today in Walla Walla, as will cool down, and the wind definitely on the field helping out there a little bit, as the wind gusting up to 25 miles an hour currently, as Panis finds a first pitch missed down and into Trevor T. will lead things off. As T, so far 1 for 1 on the day, had himself sharp ground ball over to the third base side that ended up counting as a single. Now will take the curve for strike one. Missing out on the corner is Panis. Tried to just tug on it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, 3-1 game here in Borleske, as Sweets trying to stack up some wins. Again, took the series finale versus the Kamloops North Paws back on Sunday afternoon before having a long road trip back home. Long bus drive all the way from Kamloops, British Columbia, all the way down to Walla Walla. About 9 to 10 hours on that bus drive back. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Panis delivers another breaking ball as T watches it go down in the dirt. And T, strong season at Colorado Mesa University, finishing up his redshirt freshman year in Grand Junction as he lines the ball foul down the left field side. Again, originally out of Poway, California. Redshirted his first year with CMU, and of course last summer was here in Walla Walla, and returned down to play with the Mavericks and batted .387 this past spring, tallying 11 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, knocking in nearly 40 runs, as this ball is going to get him off the arm guard on the payoff pitch, and that'll be the second hit by pitch of the day administered by Panis. So T will work himself aboard to first base in back-to-back plate appearances, and that'll again bring up Austin Owens. And Austin Owens has been a guy to look to, as Owens was another guy that started at a strong program this spring as a freshman. Didn't get a ton of time as a freshman, as Austin Owens out of Walnut, California, stands at 5'11", 170 pounds. Only played in 9 games this past spring, and it was more so about getting time around Division I, getting time around some top-level teams in the Western Athletic Conference. Of course, Owens out of Grand Canyon University. 0-1 delivery, going to be a breaking ball swung on late by Austin. Count goes 0-2, and when Austin joined the Sweets, it was kind of a question mark on what he could do. Obviously, a guy who has had some looks at Division I, had himself a great high school career at Bonita High School in California, but still kind of interested to see what he could do at the college level, and he has looked very comfortable in the West Coast League so far this summer, as he's going to send a grounder chopping foul towards his head coach down the third baseline. Beginning right now, the GCU infielder leading the Sweets in hits and home runs after the most recent road trip and getting on base nearly 50% of the time he steps in the box. And of the 14 games we've seen Owens compete in, he's gotten on base in 13 of the 14. Now pickoff move from Panis, just checking on Trevor. As T nicely back, not testing things too much over at first base just yet. As now T will take off, and it's going to be lost on the transfer by Serrano, and second base will be swiped clean by T. So we'll have a runner in scoring position now with no outs, and T, we're looking at least just put something in play behind the runner. Jimmy Owens looking to put something in play behind the runner. Walla Walla currently 5th in the league in terms of stolen bases, 32 as a team, averaging just over 2 a game. Breaking ball swung on and missed by Owens. He'll go down swinging. And that'll be out number 1 to bring up Gunnar Guile. Gunnar Guile had himself the ground out RBI with bases loaded his first time up. Was just kind of a chopper that he rolled over to the second base side, and Moon, the Barry second baseman, was able to pick it up and send it over to first, but not before the tying run came across. So again, 3-1 lead for Walla Walla. Guile trying to extend it. But Gunnar, returning for his second year with the Sweets, was the Walla Walla's go-to right fielder last year, but also got some time out in center, and it's kind of been the same case here in the 2026 summer. Slash 242, 346, 396 last year. Knocked in 11 runs, had 6 doubles, couple homers, and batted .219 back in his freshman year with the University of Arizona. Did not play this past spring with the Wildcats. Panis kicks in, deals, got a little bit of tail behind that one, moving outside from the lefty bat of Guile. Again, back in 2024. Back in 2025, Guile batting .219 on base percentage, .282. 4 doubles, a triple on just 14 hits, and guy who's had himself a great bit of prospects, as it looks like T might have slid into the base wrong, and he's currently shaking off his right hand. As we'll see Leo Rivera go out there, and the hitting coach Brendan Cabrera, who's the first base coach, will go check on him, as well as the Walla Walla Sweets trainer Sophia Rabe will go out and check on Trevor, and looks like might have just jammed a finger on the right hand while sliding back into the base on the pickoff move. Seems to be okay. Was just in a little bit of pain. Again, is wearing the sliding mitt on his left hand, not on the right. And that right hand, the one that's exposed, the one he's shaking off. Seems to be all right as play will resume here in the bottom of the third. Again, 2-1 count, 1 out. T stepping off of second again. Panis kicks and fires, still trying to get a bite on the outside corner from Guile. This time lets it go, 3-1 count. Again, Guile originally out of Tucson, Arizona, went to high school in Florida. Now playing baseball here in Eastern Washington, as the play will be completed by Moon over to Barney for out number 2. T does move up to 90 feet away, and with 2 outs, it'll fall to Sam Kane to try and knock in the run. Again, Kane has knocked in 10 runs on the season so far. Again, batting .194, but has knocked in plenty of runs as a foul ball straight back over the netting, and looks to be a souvenir for some fan here in Borleske. So 0-1 count early on here to Kane. Panis kicks and fires another heater. It's going to be sent down the third baseline. Tough ball for Nelson. Can't handle it on the transfer. And Kane with a big turnaround. First, he will be back to the bag in time. And it looked like there was some miscommunication between the first base coach, Brendan Cabrera, and Sam Kane as he was winding around first at full speed. Regardless, it will be an RBI for Kane. The Sweets extend themselves up to a 4-1 lead here in Walla Walla. Believe it is going to be tallied a single for Kane. Still might be tallied an error on the third baseman in Sawyer Nelson. As Royce Hale steps back in again, the big lefty. And played his first 3 years with the Red Hawks at Seattle. Now I'm going to head further south out to Long Beach State to play with the Dirtbags. And now another quick move out of Panis. Kane just back in time. A well-timed move from Panis, but Kane light on his feet over there at first. And Kane standing at 5'11", 185 pounds, has good speed, good power. Speaking of power, this ball is going to get rocketed out high center field. Tracking back is Whitman. He'll be under it to make the grab, as that will be out number 3. So Sam Kane will knock in another run, and the Sweets extend up to a 3-run deficit, leading 4-1 as we move into the 4th inning.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
Sweets lead by 3 going into the 4th as Perry Stowe continues to kick and deal for Walla Walla. 54 pitches through the first 3 innings. Has set down 5 through strikeouts, and first pitch is going to be found straight back by Evan Berg and makes a little bit of a thump atop the broadcast booth. Again, Berg grounded out to Nakamura, the second baseman, his first time up. Was able just to step on his own base for the 4th bunt shown, pulling back as the count will even up at 1s. Again, Walla Walla had one of the best offenses for a good amount of time in the West Coast League. Still up towards the top when it comes to most stat categories. Hopper taken care of by Hawson, zips it across for out number 1. Again, it was the offense that led Walla Walla through a great majority of their early games, but the defense has been what has kept them in it so far. Right now, the Walla Walla pitching staff being one to watch, again, leading the West Coast League in strikeouts, currently sitting 5th in team ERA, looking to limit walks a ton, that being another big thing. Currently 4th least amount of walks issued. That being another big thing that has really helped out the pitching staff, and what head coach Leo Rivera has really emphasized to his pitchers, along with the Sweets pitching coach Corey Keir, have really just told their pitchers to let the defense work behind them. A lot of great talent, of course, in the West Coast League. A lot of great talent for the Sweets. As Perry still looking to continue hucking them across the dish, as this ball will slip through the legs of Kennedy. Count will go 2-1. And the defenses have struggled a little bit to open things up, as currently both teams have 2 errors apiece. Marion have their 1 run on 2 hits. Walla Walla have their 4 runs on just 3 hits so far. Stowe kicks and fires, breaking ball, bends under the bat. Another pitch just missing the low and away corner, and count will end up going full to Barney. As this pitch will be a ring up, Barney goes down looking, and Barry Stowe picks up his 6th strikeout of the start now, and that just being his 2nd one looking. So 2 up, 2 down. Now up and in, and that is why you wear the gear, as it looks like Stowe just lost control of that one a little bit, and Matthew Major will quickly work his way down to first, and just going to look to shake that one off from Stowe. So after the hit by pitch, it'll be a 2-out base runner for Marion. As Major now worked himself onto first twice with a single and a hit by pitch. Stowe kicks and deals, fake steal, back pick attempt out of Kennedy, as Major back just in time. Again, when it comes to stolen bases, it has been a very aggressive season on the base pass for a lot of teams. Marion towards the top. Mentioned that Walla Walla currently 5th in the West Coast League in stolen bases. The Berries are currently 3rd. There's only 2 teams higher. Victoria, the Harbor Cats from up in Canada, and Kamloops Northpaws, who the Sweets just faced off with last weekend. 46-41 stolen bases, and Marion at 39 throughout their first 15 games. Off the cap of the bat, will be picked up by PK. He'll flip it to Perry for out number 3, and defense looking much more well in tow as Scherer set down on the ground out, and that being 3 scoreless frames provided by Perry Stowe to get us through the top of 4. Walla Walla keeping the 3-run lead.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Suites ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Suites. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
So Walla Walla lead 4-1 here in Borleske. And looking to add on more to the tally as it's going to be Gaines Hawson who leads things off for the Swedes. Trying to pick up his first hit of the day. Hawson, another guy who kind of came alive late in the series versus Kamloops, as now we'll take ball one kind of towards that back ankle. And Hawson just finished up another year at Cumberland University. Resident Southeastern player on the roster out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And Gaines batting 178 on the season so far. Had himself a couple strong games across the road trip in Canada. 1-1 count, takes a pitch down low to make it 2-1. Was able to notch himself a hit in the series closer versus the North Paws back on Sunday afternoon, but the biggest game was the series closer versus Kelowna. That was Thursday night versus the Falcons. Saw Gaines go 2 for 4 with a double and a homer. It was a 2 RBI triple and then a 2-run homer. It's easily his best game of the season so far. And showing off that potential that he's found, again, working his way through the Division II level in NCAA. But expecting to see him find his stride as the season goes on. Up 3-1 in the count versus Panis. It's going to be a grounder over to Nelson. Sawyer takes a step, gets it across for out number 1. So that will once again bring up Jalen Kennedy. And excited to see so many of the new faces for Walla Walla joining the roster. And again, West Coast League and summer baseball is always kind of fun to watch, mostly just because it's never really stagnant. It's one of those leagues where, again, a lot happens in not a lot of time, and a ton of players from all over the country, all over the world that are all doing different things during the summer, all playing for different programs. You'll see a lot of those programs intertwined, going against one another. We've seen it plenty of times already with players from the University of Portland going head-to-head. We've seen Lynn Bend Community College players go head-to-head. Cal State Northridge players face off from the Sweets, and a lot of players going to know each other, and always changing here in the West Coast League. Pan is on his way. Going to be a ground ball down the third base side, and will just trickle foul as Nelson completed the play regardless, so will give another life to Kennedy. And again, also just seeing a lot of young players who have yet to really establish themselves at the collegiate level. A lot of these guys getting their first kind of college competition, their first experience against other college players. And Kennedy being one of them. And was the Northwest Athletic Conference MVP, as well as an NWAC champion this past spring with Lower Columbia College, as it's going to be dropped third, tag applied in time by Serrano. And that'll be 2 quickly up, 2 quickly down. So another strikeout on the tally for Panis. He's up to 4 now. 66 pitches through currently 3 2/3 as the changeup gets a foul tip out of Nakamura. Again, Knock graduated out of Ridgefield High School, just finishing up that freshman year at Portland. As Panis misses way outside, evening up the count. And started off his season very strong and looking to continue staying hot again. Still batting over 300 this year. Kick and deal from Panis. Tracks down low and into the dirt. Again, Panis really moved into more of a starting role this spring with Chaminade University. That's Chaminade University of Honolulu. Misses outside again. Count goes 3-0 as freshman back in 2025 only got 5 starts across 16 appearances, and then this past spring 15 appearances again. This time 12 of them were starts, including a complete game toss. 58 innings total, striking out 28. Now big swing and a miss as Knock loses his bat. That'll sail out wide into foul territory as Knock spits on the gloves a little bit. Trying to get that ball to stick as it will be retrieved by the first base coach in Brendan Cabrera. And again, we do have ourselves a drone show later on, but that being a little bit more of a close-up and personal show as Peyton Knowles immediately brings over the young infielder a stick of pine tar. Trying to make sure that that bat doesn't get loose again. Now full count, 2 outs. Panis kicks in, fires, and gets the swing and a miss out of Nakamura, and he'll add another strikeout onto his tally as now Panis has 5, and that'll send us on into the 5th as the pitchers have really settled in here in Borleske, but Walla Walla have themselves a 3-run lead. It's 4-1.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
First pitch here in the top of the 5th will track low to the one-hitter in Nelson. And Perry Stowe, through 4 innings, has only allowed the 1 earned run, striking out 6. He's allowed so far just 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch. Only few base runners. The only base runners that have gotten on that have not been through those hits and walk and hit by pitch have been through errors. Only 4 base runners led on by Perry himself. Now he's trailing in the 3-0 count, and it'll be a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff man in Nelson as he will immediately sit aboard first, and he's on base for the 2nd time this game. And that being a tough guy to give the free base to, as Nelson is currently 2nd on the team in stolen bases, as he's sitting so far 12 on the year. As is currently, I believe, 4th in the West Coast League in stolen bases, now leading off of first as count gets 1-0 to Whitman. Stowe kicks and fires, tracks low again, and seems to be struggling to find the zone now, and immediately after that 6 miss in a row, the pitching coach and Corey Keir will come out to the mound to talk to Perry. It does look like there is an arm getting ready in the bullpen, and that is the incoming UCLA freshman Nico Bavaro, the lefty, getting ready over in the bullpen. And Corey Keir will head back to the dugout. Stowe will try and get through this inning. Again, needs to find that location again quickly. Again, gave up the first run in the top of the first, as again was just the leadoff triple that got to him. And then a couple errors came through, made it a little bit tougher. Still picked up a couple Ks. And then in the second, third, and fourth innings, we have seen Perry allow a base runner in each inning, aside from that one base runner that has gone on through a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch in the last 3 innings. He's let no one else get aboard, no one else find anything going. Looking to do that again. Will miss the strike zone here. It's going to be 8 straight balls from Stowe, and that will put 2 runners aboard with no outs, and the Berries getting their real best chance of the game here to try and make something happen. Once again, that was the leadoff batter, Nelson, who's got the good bit of speed, can score on a single. Now leading off of second, and Andrew Moon, who was 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk, will now take another ball down low. Again, the wind kicking in here at Borleske, is seeing it primarily moving from right to left, now blowing out to center a little bit more. That's another pitch, and it looks like that got up and in on Moon, as that is back-to-back 4-pitch walks, another miss, and now a hit by pitch to load the bases. And we'll see if we see a change here from manager Leo Rivera. He is looking down to the bullpen. We'll see if he makes the call. And it looks like we're going to see Gaines Hawson, the third baseman, come over and talk to the right-hander, and it looks like the rest of the infield and catcher will come in alongside him. And Nico Bavaro still getting ready. Don't think he expected to have to get ready this quickly, as again Stowe was working very efficiently going into this inning. Still gave up the first run early on, but immediately after worked through the error, stabilized, and it looks like he's not going to have the chance to keep going, as the tap on the wrist will be made by Leo Rivera, and that will be it from Perry. Stowe gets through 4 innings, allowing just 1 earned run in his time, but a couple late walks, did pick up 6 strikeouts in the appearance. And now the Sweets will get their first look at Nico Bavaro, the incoming freshman for UCLA, making his first summer ball appearance. We'll see what he's got in just a moment.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Sweets catch some W's. Wins, that is.
So back in the top of the fifth, the lefty Nico Bavaro making his first appearance as a Sweet, first appearance in summer ball, period. Again, Bavaro, the incoming freshman to UCLA, will start off the first pitch away to Serrano, as quite a situation for the young lefty to be put into, defending a 3-run lead, bases loaded, no outs here in the top of the fifth, and the cleanup man in Martin Serrano leading things off as he gets going, as fouls it away. Count will go 1-1. Again, Perry still got through clean first 4 innings, but struggled trying to get through this fifth, and Bavaro being tasked with being the guy to shut it down. Kicks and fires again. The high breaking ball lives up high. And Bavaro out of Stockton, California. Just finished up his high school career at St. Mary's High School, committed to UCLA. 2-1 pitch on its way. It's going to be heater, fouled away again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bavaro, primarily a left-handed pitcher, did spend some time in the field as a first baseman, and last season with the Rams helped lead St. Mary's High School to the CIF NorCal Regional semifinal appearance, finish top 125 in California high schools. Now check swing. Did the big lefty go around? Field umpire Michael Gray will said that he held up, and the home fans here in Borleske not happy about it. Would have been a big punch out for Bavaro to open up his Sweets career. And Nico also top 150 in the state of California in strikeouts this past spring. And Bavaro comes, sets, payoff pitch, getting ready to go versus Serrano. Kicks and fires, misses away, and frustration out of the young lefty as that will bring across the second run for the Berries, and Marion have cut it down to a 2-run gap. So an RBI walk for Serrano will bring it up to Tyler Dunning, who struck out in back-to-back times versus Perry Stowe. Bavaro fires a fastball, gets strike 1 versus Dunning. Again, so far in this inning, we've seen walk, walk, hit by pitch, and walk. And mentioned that the big thing for the Sweets, mentioned by manager Leo Rivera, just throwing strikes, and Walla Walla, their lead in jeopardy because of it. Powers a fastball by Dunning. Again, both these two guys going head-to-head, set to be teammates in the spring. Again, Tyler Dunning just 1 year ahead of Bavaro, but both UCLA Bruins. 0-2 pitch on its way. It's going to be another pitch missing low and away. Kennedy liked where it was placed, not trying to get too close. Bavaro also back-to-back Tri-City Athletic League Pitcher of the Year in both 2024 and 2025. 1-2 pitch, gets it by him on the changeup. Nico Bavaro registers his first strikeout as a Sweet and does it versus his future UCLA teammate in Trevor Dunning. So that will bring up Evan Berg. Berg also yet to work himself aboard. 2 groundouts, 1 to second, 1 to third. But Berg, another threatening man on the base paths, currently tied for second in the WCL in stolen bases. Leading the Berries, as first pitch will track low to him. That's why you'll usually see Berg try and keep the barrel on top, as again looking to put on the ground and just maybe beat something out. And Berg just finished up his true freshman year at Tulane University. Now will take a called strike. Again, originally from Kenner, Louisiana, going to school in New Orleans. Now a good spotted pitch by Bavaro and missed the zone. Believe it was outside. The count goes 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, this past spring, Berg gone to 27 games with Tulane. Only got 28 at-bats, ended up going hitless through those at-bats, and now big swing and a miss, and count will go 2-2. Again, Bavaro showing a lot of grit in his first appearance. Again, this being kind of his first real taste of college-level opponents, as again, just graduated from high school this past spring. 2-2 pitch on its way, missing outside. Kennedy, good job staying agile, keeps it in front as the count goes full again. Again, 1 run already across here in the top of the 5th for Marion. Walla Walla just trying to keep this lead intact. And bases loaded, no outs, having to bring it all the way back. Payoff pitch from Bavaro on its way, gets the swing and a miss, and Nico sets down back-to-back. And it looks like we're going to see an early pinch hitter out of the Berries, and that is going to be Taryn Carlson. So an early pinch hitter is going to jump in for Cale Barney. And Carlson, another young guy who has just graduated from Kamiakin High School this past spring, out of Kennewick, Washington. And Carlson, don't believe he's committed anywhere as of yet. And if he is, not sure of where it might be committed to Washington State, as Will takes strike 1. A 1 pitch on its way, misses in towards the back knee, and it's going to be quickly turned around by Kennedy, and it looks like Jalen Kennedy ran into the home plate umpire momentarily, and Thomas Glenn. Regardless, the run will still come across on the pass ball. And that'll make it 1-1, and Taryn Carlson is committed to play at Washington State this upcoming spring season in 2027. But it will be 4-3 now. The Sweets only leading by 1. Still 2 runners in scoring position and 2 incoming freshmen. And D1 programs going head-to-head as Bavaro again misses the spot just below the knees, as home plate umpire Thomas Glenn making the young lefty work for it. Two 2-1 delivery outside corner. Did he catch it? No. And 3 balls, 1 strike. And Taryn Carlson looking to work himself on base. First base still open. Walk not the worst thing in the world. Bavaro, another heater outside, was just fouled away. But the count goes full. Walla Walla trying to keep it right here. Carlson is being the 9th game he's played in this season, batting .250. As pitch on its way, it's going to be popped up shallow right field. It looks like it's going to be called off by Nakamura as he'll make the catch, and the Stockton southpaw limits the damage to the best of his ability to come through. And Nico Bavaro able to escape, keeping the Walla Walla lead intact. Heading into the bottom of the fifth, it is 4-3 Sweets.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
So new first baseman for the Marion Berries as Jake Dodge will step in over on first. And of course now a new pitcher as well as Daniel Carnow will step in. Excuse me, that is Daniel Carnow out of Cal Poly. Just finished up his freshman year with the Mustangs, helping Cal Poly make themselves a nice super regional. Didn't get any time with the Mustangs, but making his 6th appearance already out of the season as a Berry. I saw him make 1 appearance versus the Ridgefield Raptors this past weekend. Tossed 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, 5 runs. And that time as Peyton Knowles will take him straight back up the middle. And PK, as he does, not wasting any time, goes right back up the pipe for a leadoff single, and he's 2 for 3 on the day. So Trevor T will step back in. T currently representing 2 of the 4 runs scored by the Sweets, as he scored all the way around on a single back in the first and then scored on a hit by pitch back in the third. Now very well could show bunt, as Nelson is playing in shallow, as the bunt will just be out of reach past a diving Martin Serrano, and a good effort out of the Berries catcher. And Carnow has himself an 11+ ERA across his 7 innings so far, and has found himself a good chunk of strikeouts, 8 strikeouts across 7 1/3 so far this summer, but has struggled limiting hits, and limiting walks has been another big part of it, as goes inside missing towards T. Count will even up at 1-1. And has gotten some of the most appearances for the Berries so far this season. And now takes a strike is T. And Trevor still looking to defend. And T, a guy who's not going to be too easy to get out. There's a reason batted nearly .390 this past spring with Colorado Mesa. As quick move from Kamau over to first as PK back just fine. Again, Noel's going to be really forced to work, and he's going to be trying to move across as much as he can as T's going to put it in play to the third base side. Nelson scoops it up, gets it to Moon as he spins it to first. Was it in time? Yes, it was. And the 5-4-3 double play is turned by the Berries. It's now 2 down. The base is clear here in the bottom of the fifth. So it'll bring up Austin Owens again. And Owens currently 0 for 1, a hit by pitch and a strikeout. And this being his first plate appearance against non-starter, as is going to be dished across again by Nelson, as it's going to be trapped over at first by Dodge for out number 3. And after the leadoff single, a clean inning of work from the Cal Poly right-hander Daniel Kamau, and that will send us quickly along to the 6th here in Borleske. The Sweets still maintain themselves a 4-3 lead as Nico Bavaro steps back on to toe the rubber.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
So Nico Bavaro will continue working here in the top of the 6th. Again, came in with the bases loaded, no outs in the top of the 5th. Only ended up allowing just a couple runs in that time. One was off a RBI walk, and then another scored on a pass ball, and both were counted against Perry Stowe. So Nico Bavaro threw his first inning as a Sweet, allowing no runs, no hits, as kicks and deals down into the dirt, falls down 2-0 in the count. As Matthew Major currently a single and a hit by pitch on the evening. As the Berries trying to move their way back up the standings. Again, saw a lot of good games across really the entirety of this weekend as you flash back to Sunday. Going to be put in play in foul territory. Maybe a little bit of room for PK to work, and just enough will make the catch for out number 1. But again, Walla Walla took down Kamloops 8-5. Bellingham had a 9-5 victory over Portland in a big South Divisional matchup. Corvallis took down Bend 8-3. Edmonton with an 11-4 victory over Yakima Valley. Kelowna 8-0 shutout over the lefties of Port Angeles. Saw Nanaimo big 16-9 win over Wenatchee. Ridgefield 11-4 versus Marion to close out their series. And then Victoria 9-1 victory over Springfield, as first pitch is going to miss inside. And it looks like that just caught Scherer, and it's going to be a hit by pitch and some clear confusion out of Nico Bavaro. And it looks like immediately home plate umpire Thomas Glenn is going to go out and talk to the field umpire Michael Gray, as didn't seem too sure of that call whatsoever. And it just looked like it skipped in behind the back leg. of Scherer, but it was Thomas Glenn who deemed the hit by pitch call, and it didn't even look like Scherer was going to trot down to first. And now it looks like we'll see home plate umpire and Glenn go over and talk to head coach Tucker Brack. Again, it would give free base runner here to the Berries with just one out, as the lineup card would flip over. Instead of 2 outs, no one on, would give a good chance, and it looks like that call will immediately be taken away, as again it did look like home plate umpire Thomas Glenn was a little bit unsure of the call to begin with, and now we'll stick with the overturn. So Noah Scherer will have to head back to the plate and keep the count moving. So again, it will be a fresh count. As first pitch is going to be a fastball fouled away by Scherer, as was a little bit behind it. The right fielder for the Berries, currently 0 for 2. Had himself a hard ball hit out to center field his first time up for a flyout, then grounded out to the first baseman in PK his last time up. And getting a look versus the lefty of Bavaro, and Nico still just looking to settle in. 2-1 pitch on its way. It's going to be up high and forced a tough swing out of Scherer, and you could see through that swing. Only held on to the top side of the bat with his left hand, went all the way around. Didn't seem to have a great grip of it. Bavaro kicks and fires the 2-2, misses outside, and the count will go full. Scherer still trying to work his way aboard. Payoff pitch fouled away straight into the netting, just over top the Marion dugout, out towards section C and D. Of course, it is $2 Tuesday tonight here at Borleske Stadium, as tickets in section C and D only $2 today. One of the best deals you can find around West Coast League. Payoff pitch on its way again from Bavaro. Finds strike 3 called at the knees. Nico rings him up, as he's got 3 strikeouts through an inning and 2/3. His first looking strikeout as a sweep. And the Stockton Southpaw continues to work, and now has to go up against the one hitter in Sawyer Nelson, who's gotten on twice through his leadoff triple all the way back in the first, and then walked and scored his last time up, as he was the guy to get it started. Now the 1-0 pitch has a good heater low and in towards the knees, forced an awkward foul tip out of Nelson. Again, back in the 5th inning, it was Nelson who stood on third when Nico came into the game, ended up walking Sawyer home. Pitch lives up high above the letters to the third baseman for the Berries. And Walla Walla tied for second in the South Division. Marion currently sitting at 6th. Both trying to climb up as a towering infield pop-up. And it looks like Nakamura is going to be the one to take control, drifting back and onto his butt. Gets the white pants a little bit dirty, but still holds on to it. And knowing Logan Nakamura, the dugout is not going to let that one go. Regardless, it's out number 3, and into the bottom of the 6th we go. Sweets up 4-3.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Walla Walla trying to extend the lead here in Borleske. It is 4-3 Sweets over top the Marion Berries, and what has been a very close game. Of course, these two teams kind of have settled it down a little bit more so after the first. Again, we saw 4 out of the 7 total runs all scored in the first inning. Then we saw 1 run come through in the bottom of the third for Walla Walla, as it was a nice RBI from Sam Kane, was able to work that run aboard, and then of course the response in the top of the 5th from the Berries to make it a 3-4 ball game. Walla Walla love to extend the gap, as seeing Cam out continue to work, and going up against 4, 5, 6 in the order. Gunnar Guile taking strike 1 from the Cal Poly right-hander. Camo back through his motion, fires. Is going to be a breaking ball, fouled straight back into the netting as Guile quickly down 0-2. Gunnar currently 0 for 2 with an RBI, as he has grounded out back-to-back times to Moon, the second baseman for the Berries. First one was able to get an RBI with the bases loaded, but would love to find some outfield grass, something hard struck. This Guile definitely a man capable of such a feat. 1-2 pitch on its way. Breaking ball just lives a little bit too far up high. Again, Guile coming into the night batting .282, getting on base nearly over 44% of the time. Has gotten his fair share of extra base hits, 5 doubles, 2 triples on the season. Again, over half his hits have been for extra bases, has 11 total, and 7 extra base hits of those 11. So batting .282, slugging over 500. And now in a full count versus Cam. The right-hander kicks, and it's going to be another ground ball over to Moon, the second baseman, and that is 3 groundouts to the second baseman for Guile, as the first out found here in the bottom of the 6th. So Sammy Kane will step back in. Again, had the 3rd run knocked in. Excuse me, the 4th run knocked in for Walla Walla, all the way back in the 3rd. Was just a short grounder to the left side of the infield. Now this one's going to be ripped out towards the left field side. It's going to get all the way past Evan Bird. Kane will go trucking into second. Close play at the bag. Kane beats it out clean on the slide. It's a 1-out double from the sweet center fielder. Wasting no time versus Campbell. First pitch he saw, sat back and ripped it to the left field corner. So 1 out with a runner in scoring position, courtesy of Sam Kane. And Royce Hale looking to deliver another big swing for Walla Walla. They probably had the biggest swing of the day so far. Was a line drive single all the way back in the bottom of the 1st, but it knocked in 2 runs. Now first pitch in towards the back angle, and it looks like it did hold the hands back, and field umpire Michael Gray agreeing. So 1-0 counted. Again, Royce Hale is just a guy, you watch the speed of the hands, watch the speed of the bat, and it is just insane how quick he's able to move that piece of lumber, as will take a strike, but again stands at 6'5", 230 pounds. You would expect a hard swing out of a guy like that. Had some big power numbers with Seattle this past spring. 1-1 pitch on its way, looping breaking ball, tracks outside. So 2-1 count. Wind still kicking from right field foul pole to the left field foul pole here in Borleske, as field now completely covered in shadow. Sun still hitting the trees over top center field. And now Hale's going to demolish a ball to deep right field, all the way to the fence and all the way gone. Royce Hale kissed it goodbye. And the Swedes jump out to a 6-3 lead, courtesy of Royce hailing out in center field. Inside half, demolished it. And Royce Hale, what a way to start off his season as a Swede. He's now 2 for 3 with 4 RBI. And that will bring up Gaines Hawson with a 6-3 lead ahead now for Walla Walla, extending back to a little bit better of a gap. And knew Royce Hale was going to be a big addition to this lineup, having that Division I experience, having his power numbers, having his consistency, knowing the head coach in Leo Rivera. Don't think expected it quite like this. Again, knocking in 4 of the 6 runs so far tonight for Walla Walla. And the Swedes have themselves back out to a 3-run lead, still looking to expand upon it, as it's going to be fouled straight back by Haas and out into the stands and out just beyond the press box, as it will be an 0-2 count. And it looks like now slight delay as we'll get some fresh baseballs for Thomas Glenn. We'll allow the momentum to reset a little bit back at the plate for Hawson, as Kamau going to set right back in. Kicks and fires. Fastball. It's going to be a high chopper over the middle. It's going to be a tough play for Tyler Dunning off the right leg. Gets it across for out number 2. So the second out is found to bring up Jalen Kennedy with no one aboard. And Sweets lead by 3. Kennedy 0 for 2, a line out and a strikeout on the day, as Walla Walla 6-3 lead in effect, and defense looking to protect it as the breaking ball drops in from Kamau. And Kamau still a good bit of strikeouts in his time, but still has struggled limiting damages so far. And Royce Hale adding on another big piece. Have seen some pretty good away splits as a grounder to the right side. Going to be picked up by Moon. He will get it over towards first, and a good stretch out of Jake Dodge to complete the play. But it's the big 2-run homer from the designated hitter, hailing out in right field. It is now 6-3, Walla Walla lead here in Borleske.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
Walla Walla have themselves a 6-3 lead over top the Marion Berries here as we move into the top of the 7th, courtesy of a 2-run bomb out of Royce Hale, and it's going to be 2-3-4 in the lineup for the Berries, going head-to-head with Nico Bavaro. Again, the new faces here for Walla Walla have already made a huge impact. Royce Hale in his first game as a Sweet, demolishing that 2-run homer, and Nico Bavaro has continued to work off the bump. He gets himself into an early 1-1 count versus Whitman as we take a look across the West Coast League at the scores from tonight. Bellingham and Port Angeles going head-to-head. The Bells leading 8-1 over the lefties. Another good South Divisional matchup between Yakima Valley and Bend. The Pippins leading 5-2 in the Orchard. Corvallis and Nanaimo in a tight battle in the top of the 6th out in Goss Stadium. It's 3-2 Knights leading. It's a non-league matchup currently for Victoria as they lead 12-4 over the Redmond Dudes. And then Wenatchee and Edmonton going head-to-head in the North Division. Edmonton leading 3-0, shutting out the Apple Sox out in Wenatchee. And then finally a late start from Ridgefield and Portland as the Pickles currently with a 4-2 lead out in Walker Stadium. And the Raptors trying to defend their first place spot. Payoff pitch from Bavaro is going to be a hard ground ball out towards the shortstop. Spinning is Owens, and it's going to be bobbled into the dirt. PK can't dig it out. So we'll see another error on the Sweets, that being the 3rd on the evening so far for Walla Walla. Again, we have seen the defense stay pretty clean all around from the Sweets, and it looks like that is actually going to be tallied a single for Whitman. So the Berries center fielder will get credited with a knock on that last play, as we'll see if that gets overturned at some point. But it looks like tallied a single as Bavaro again picks off to first. This time it's way offhand for Knowles into the dugout. Over into the bullpen, and Whitman will move all the way up to 3rd. And Walla Walla still struggling to rein in the defense. So Whitman with an infield single, and then the throwing error from Bavaro will now stand on 3rd. And again, just a ground ball to the shortstop. Now stands on 3rd with no outs. And now it's going to be a ball straight out to center field. Sam Kane drifting back. Whitman will tag up. Kane makes the catch, and the throw-in is not going to be in time. Whitman a good bit of speed off of third base, and Andrew Moon completes the sac fly to get another run back for Marion, and still very much proving that they are in this game as the first out logged in the top of the 7th. Count goes 1-1 versus Serrano. Again, Martin Serrano, the cleanup man, great bit of exit velocity, and you can see that with his own stature as he fouls it away. Serrano stands at 6'3", 210 pounds out of Pocatello, Idaho. But Serrano currently top 10 in the West Coast League in terms of EV90, according to 643 charts, EV90 being the 90th percentile of a batter's exit velocity, meaning basically the top 10% of their hardest swings. Has an average exit velo in his top 10% of swings at 100.6. Grounder over to second. Nakamura handles it. And the second out found nice and easy by Knock to bring up Tyler Dunning. And 643 charts bringing some good stats to the West Coast League as of recently. And EV90 being one of them. Measures in that hitter's 90th percentile exit velocity. A lot of Marion Berries up there on the top 10 leaderboard. Gavin Price, Matthew Major, Martin Serrano, seeing both Major and Serrano in the starting lineup, and then also bringing to us some of the whiff leaders in the West Coast League. The pitchers generating the most swing and misses with a minimum of 50 pitches, and Marion Berries have Lucas Plenard, who will likely see it sometime during this series. Then the Sweets have Andrew Cohen, the young GCU antelope, also on that leaderboard. As Bavaro up 0-2 versus Dunning. The Berries shortstop has struck out all 3 times tonight, and now isn't going to get a chance to strike out as he's plunked towards the front hip. He will work himself down to first for the first time. Bavaro just ran that pitch way too far inside. So Evan Berg steps in with 2 outs here, 6-4 lead for Walla Walla, tying a run coming to the plate in Berg. And Bavaro kicks and deals, good spot to find that first strike. And Berg batting .234 on the season. Knocked in 7 runs, has 2 doubles, has, again, much more of a bat that keeps it lower onto the ground, uses his speed to his advantage. Again, mentioned earlier on that he's currently tied for 2nd in the West Coast League in stolen bases. Changeup missing outside from Nico. And Walla Walla really trying to climb up those standings and catch Ridgefield, and they're able to have themselves a good series versus Marion. Would really put themselves a step ahead as the foul straight back will can head into the netting. Know that the Sweets would love to just try and win out in the first half of the season, claim themselves that playoff spot, and right now likely rooting for the Portland Pickles out in Walker Stadium to hold their lead over the Ridgefield Raptors, who are again currently sitting in first in the South Division by at least 2 games. Walla Walla and Corvallis both 2 games out from the Raptors. Portland can gnaw a game off them. It would really help things out as the runner in motion. Another foul tip away. The 1-2 count continues. Again, it was Dunning who took off from first, has to head all the way back. Currently, Corvallis are trailing in their game again versus the Nanaimo Night Owls out of British Columbia. That's 4-3 in Corvallis. As if the Knights drop in their game tonight, same with Ridgefield, it would be huge for the Sweets if they're able to maintain this 6-4 lead in the 7th. Bavaro kicks, fires another 1-2, breaking ball, drops in ever so nicely for strike 3. And the Stockton Southpaw sets down another looking. Picks up another K on the appearance. That is number 4 to send us into the stretch here at Borleske.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington's lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington's lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
Walla Walla leads 6-4 here in the bottom of the 7th. It'll go 9-1-2 for the Swedes versus the new arm in Luke Bailey. 6'2", 175 pounds out of San Diego, California. Just finished up his redshirt season at UC Santa Barbara with the Gauchos. Fires in strike 1 to Nakamura. 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. Of course, UC Santa Barbara being one of the best pitching programs in all of college baseball. Bailey making his 3rd pitching appearance of the season for the Berries. Has tossed 3 innings as Knock is going to send it over to the second base side, and it takes a terrible hop over the glove of Moon. And that is just a tough bounce that you can't really do anything about. As Andrew Moon looked to have it completely unlocked, the only big thing is did have the glove out to the left side of his body and could have gotten the body, his whole body in front of it. Instead, just kind of left the glove out to the left side, tried to glove it clean, and took a bad hop in. That's why coaches will tell you to square your body all the way around, keep the ball in front, and scoots over him, and it will just be a leadoff single for Knock. As tallies his front. No, excuse me, it looks like it's going to be tallied an error on Moon. So it'll be the 3rd error for Marion so far on the evening, as now both teams have 3 errors apiece. So 0-2 count to PK as Bailey will miss outside. And Luke Bailey, more of a recent addition for the Berries, has been used twice already this past weekend through 2 innings in the series opener versus Ridgefield, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, and then tossed an inning back on Sunday night. And now this pitch is going to get PK in the front foot, as Knowles will hop up and make his way down to first. So Bailey allows the first on through error, the second through a hit by pitch, and it looks like we're going to see an offensive meeting here from head coach Leo Rivera, as he's going to bring in his runners and his first base coach in Brendan Cabrera, and also bring up Austin Owens, who's set to step into the box. Excuse me, Trevor T, who's set to step into the box. Austin Owens being the batter to wait on deck, as trainer Sophia Rabe just going out to check on PK real quick. The Men's College World Series continues in Omaha, and some good games over there. North Carolina, West Virginia, Oklahoma, and Georgia being the 4 teams remaining. Of course, in the final 8, there was Troy, which Peyton Knowles has recently committed to after his breakout season with Seattle University. So congrats to PK joining with Troy, as bunt is shown, and it looks like it's going to skip by the plate, and the runners will advance, and I believe it's going to be called a ball, as well as T got the barrel out of there before. Ball across the plate, so it's going to be a 1-0 count as the runners move up to second and third. Now the right-hander for Marion trying to get himself out of a tough jam with 2 runners in scoring position, no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Sun continuing to set over top here at Walla Walla. Sky turning a nice shade of Pink as Bailey kicks and deals. Breaking ball. T leaves it alone. Count goes 3-0. And wind still kicking in from right to left across Borleske. Luke Bailey struggling to throw strikes. 3-0 count. First base is open, but Austin Owens waiting on deck, and it's going to be a 4-pitch walk to T. So Austin Owens will come in with the bases loaded, no outs. So an error, a hit by pitch, and a walk, loading the bases in the 7th, and it looks like we're going to have a meeting on the mound for the Berries and Luke Bailey to try and settle the young right-hander down. Again, Luke Bailey spent time at Christian and Granite Hills High Schools, helped the Eagles win the Grossmont Hills League title and CIF San Diego Section Open Division Championship. As a senior back in 2025, was San Diego Pitcher of the Year, Grossmont Hills League Pitcher of the Year, All-State, All-CIF, All-Grossmont Hills League, pretty much everything you can think of in terms of recognition as a pitcher out in Southern California and down in San Diego. But a guy who can really find his way around the rubber end. Can try and get himself out of this jam, but still going head-to-head with one of the best bats that Walla Walla has to offer. Again, bases loaded, no outs, and the Walla Walla hits and home run leader coming up to the plate. Owens 0 for 2 on the day, hit by pitch his first time up, then struck out and ground out. Infield playing in short. Bailey, first pitch down in the dirt. As again, hit Peyton Knowles, who's now standing on second, then walked Trevor T on 4 straight pitches, and now Austin Owens ahead early in the 1-0 count. Righty kicks and fires up towards the shoulders, and count extends to 2-0. Austin Owens looking to stay patient, very well could have a red light from manager Leo Rivera. Just not trying to swing until the right-hander toss across a strike. Breaking ball again lives up high. It's a 3-0 count, and Bailey cannot find the zone here. One more ball and will walk a run in. In the early error, hit by pitch and a walk, and now trailing 3-0 in the count. Owens will just let the heater go by, and that will be strike number 1. Expecting Bailey just to do the same thing again, stay with a fastball, just try and find it somewhere in the strike zone, and very well could see Austin's gear up and try and be all over something. Another fastball, this time Owens lets it go again, and it's a called strike just at the knees. So from down 3-0 in the count, Luke Bailey works it all the way back to full. Again, still no outs. Bases juice, 6-4 lead. Pitch on its way. It will miss low this time, and Owens will have an RBI walk. The Sweets extend the lead 7-4. And again, after the leadoff error, hit by pitch and then back-to-back walks to bring in another run. So now the bases are loaded for the cleanup man in Gunnar Guile. The lefty bat of the University of Arizona. First pitch he sees was late on. Slices it foul. An 0-1 count as Bailey settles fires again. This time misses up and away. Just about at the letters for Guile. So 1-1 count. And Knowles standing off of third, T standing off of second, Owens now off of first. Change-up drops into the outside corner for strike 2. Guile being forced to defend, inning-ending double place. Nowhere in sight yet, that's why the infield still playing in on the grass, looking to cut down a run at home. Bailey not a very competitive pitch there, staying outside with the breaking balls, kind of struggling to get those fingers around and really snap it down. Something in the zone, or at least something below the zone, try and get someone to chase something down low. Righty kicks and fires. The heater again living out and away as releasing very much early. So full count. Now we'll see which direction Bailey goes. Payoff pitch is a heater, and it's going to get ripped into right field by Gunnar Guile. One run will come across the score. Stop sign will go up at third for T. And it's just going to be a solid RBI single for Guile, his first knock of the day, and his second ribby as the lead extends out to 4. Again, Guile came into the at-bat grounding out to second base 3 times in a row, and this one still towards the second base spot, but a little bit more on a line, splitting the gap a little bit more. So first pitch to Sam Kane, misses outside. Again, Sam had a big double out into left field his last time up to put himself into scoring position, then was knocked in by Royce Hale. As Bailey misses down low, trails 2-0 to Kane. Again, Sam out of University of Nevada, Reno. Just finished up his junior year there. Originally was at Seattle University. Played 2 years with the Red Hawks before playing this spring with the Wolfpack. Made 18 appearances across 12 starts. Batted .217, had 3 doubles, 4 runs knocked in. Had himself a 7-game hitting streak to open up the spring, batting .308 in that time. Now he's going to chop a ball foul out towards the Walla Walla dugout, where it looks like another arm getting ready to potentially replace Nico Bavaro. Doesn't look like anyone specific getting warmed up, just looks like a lot of guys getting loose down in the bullpen, as the breaking ball will get a swing and a miss out of Sam Kane, as he'll go down swinging, and that will bring up big Royce Hale. So the first out finally found by Luke Bailey as gets the strikeout on Kane. But that makes it even more dangerous. Bases loaded, 1 out, and the man who smashed a 2-run homer in his last time up steps into the box. Again, made it Hale over past the right field fence, and now takes the first pitch high. Again, that first pitch already so critical, as Bailey not able to locate it, now immediately falls behind in the count to Hale. Again, a walk brings another run across, but he's got to find the zone here. Hale knows it, fouls it straight back. Good pitch located by Bailey, staying in on the hands there. Royce is a tough bat to get away from. Looks to like it a little bit more middle away, but if he can get his hands on quickly something inside, he's going to smash it, as he does here inside part of the plate. Takes it to the right field corner. 1 run comes across, 2 runs come across. Third going to be waved around as Hale stops at second. It is a bases clearing double from Royce Hale. He does not stop. It is 11-4 Sweets. Royce Hale has knocked in 7 runs in his Walla Walla Sweets debut. A triple away from the cycle, and don't know if big Royce Hale can work himself a triple, but has done plenty in this game, as we will see a call to the bullpen for the Berries, as that will be it for Luke Bailey. Royce Hale takes him out of the game with a bases clearing double. Again, he's knocked in 7 this game. It's 11-4 Walla Walla. Berries will let a new arm get warmed up. We'll be right back. Sweets lead by 7.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the suites catch some W's. Wins, that is.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Suites fans. Show us your Walla Walla Suites ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Suites. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Bottom of the seventh inning here in Walla Walla, as in the bottom half of this inning has got on for quite a while. The Swedes have knocked in 5 runs, bringing about another new arm, the second new pitcher this inning, as it's going to be Taylor Worth, the right-hander out of Coronado, California, making just his second appearance as a Berry. This is his previous appearance through 2/3 of an inning back on Sunday night versus the Raptors, and the first pitch swing is Hawson, and what a hop it takes over Moon, and Hale is going to cruise in to score. And what can you do about that? As that is the second time that has happened to Moon, the second baseman. First time it was a little bit steadier over top his glove. This time it went over his entire body, and the 12th run comes across from Walla Walla. And they call it home field advantage for a reason. Didn't expect it to quite this extent. As 12-4 Walla Walla now lead. And a tough introduction for Taylor Worth to step in here in Borleske, as he will be able to pump in a strike to Jalen Kennedy, as the Swedes have now gone fully through the order, as in Logan Nakamura led off this inning, is now waiting on deck. As Worth goes inside, Kennedy will fight it off towards the Swedes bullpen. Again, that last play will be called a single for Hawson, so Gaines picks up his first hit of the evening. As Worth kicks and deals, going to be flying out to shallow center field. Tracking in is Whitman, and it looks like it's just going to be caught on the cut of the grass by Moon. We'll be able to hold down out number 2, and That'll bring up Nakamura for the second time. First pitch missing from Worth as Knock 0 for 3 was able to get on through an error. His last time up was deemed an error on Moon. Again, it was that last awkward hop that he had for the one that sailed all the way over top his head from Hawson. Now 2-0 in the count, but did see Naka inevitably come around to score on that play. .2-0 pitch, breaking ball that tracks in at the knees for a strike. And fly out, strikeout, and got on through error to make Logan 0 for 3. But an 8-run lead ahead for Walla Wallas, and they have taken commanding control of this game. Again, saw it close for several innings. Again, it was, of course, 4-3 after the top of the fifth. It remained that way for 2 half innings, and then the Sweets were able to extend to 6-3 after the 2-run homer. Then it was 4-6 after the top of the seventh, not before Walla Walla have packed up 6 runs in this inning. But still just 12 runs on 9 hits. Payoff pitch on its way to Knock. It's going to be another breaking ball, and good eye from Nakamura to let it track under the knees for ball 4. As that will give Peyton Knowles his second plate appearance of the inning. Again, so it's Gaines, Hawson standing on second, Logan Nakamura off of first, and PK at the plate taking strike 1. As Knowles currently 2 for 3 on the evening so far, has 2 singles and a hit by pitch, has come around to score twice. Now facing off against the young Taylor Worth, and will get hit by back-to-back pitches in a row, so PK is able to trot his way down to first, gives a glance to the young right-hander out of UC Davis and Taylor Worth, and that will load the bases for Trevor T. And bases loaded, 2 outs. Taylor Worth just trying to escape the jam. Trevor T looking to add on more as will take the breaking ball for strike. As T, he's had himself an interesting day so far. Currently 1 for 2, a single all the way back in the first inning. Has a hit by pitch, a stolen base, and a walk, and then grounded into a double play back in the 5th. Now another breaking ball tracking low, stopped well by Serrano behind the plate. And Taylor Worth finishing up his true freshman season at UC Davis, carved out a pretty steady role as a bullpen guy this past spring. 21 appearances as a freshman at a 6.08 ERA across nearly 24 innings, struck out 22, only administering 9 walks. Did have a 5-inning stretch where he didn't allow an earned run. And playing down in the Big West with UC Davis. Now the breaking ball up and in, tracks in, and you could see T froze up a little bit as kind of stayed up and in, then dropped inside, got him to freeze a little bit. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 8-run lead for Walla Walla. The right-hander kicks, fires, fastball outside, and the count will go full. Again, Worth does have a good bit of zip to that heater. And stands at 5'11", 160 pounds, and is able to get a good bit of torque generated. Payoff pitch is going to be another breaking ball that T pokes into left field. It's going to get down in front of Berg. One run comes across. Another will score. It's a 2 RBI single for Trevor T. He puts across his first hit since the first inning, and Walla Walla now lead by double digits. As Walla Walla just do not stop, and Austin Owens will come up for the second time as he had an RBI walk his last time up. Again, came up with the bases loaded, no outs earlier in this inning, and now steps in again with runners on first and second and 2 outs. As the first pitch is again that bender from Worth, gets the looking strike one as he continues to go to that pitch to freeze batters. As now it's going to be a chopper to the third base side. It looks like it will just said foul out towards Sawyer Nelson. So it'll be an early 0-2 count. We'll give another life to Owens. And what an inning it has been for Walla Walla. 8 runs in this inning alone. Saw the 3 RBI double from Royce Hale earlier on this inning, and of course saw a 2 RBI single from T last up. Now 0-2 count. Worth finally looking to put this inning in the rearview mirror, and Owens rockets it down the left side, but it curls foul out towards the Swedes bullpen. Again, just keeping all those pitchers down there on their toes. As get intrigued to see who's getting ready down there. Looks like there is a couple guys with the warm-ups off. Joey Genduso being one of them, but the 0-2 pitch on its way is a heater that misses outside. And aside from Joey Genduso, it does look like Owen Godinez out of Whitman College is also in full uniform. Again, several guys with their warm-ups and their hoodies still on. The only 2 who don't is Genduso and Godinez. So 2 on, 2 outs, 1-2 pitch on the way. It's going to be a breaking ball fended off by Austin. Again, that was the first pitch of the at-bat that he just looked at for a strike, this time not letting it go. You can see still had a tough read on it. It is a real looping breaking ball. Starts up high towards the head and can really just drop in there. Forced to keep batters on their toes, and it's one of those pitches that even if you see it, it's a different thing trying to square it up. Another 1-2 pitch drops below, and 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Again, 14-4 here in the 7th as again, Walla Walla have worked a full time through their lineup and nearly halfway through it again. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. Austin protecting, not making it easy. Again, talked about this guy's success in terms of getting on base. Has had himself a long on-base streak. I believe he got it out to 12 games to open up the season, and really even previously before that had a 7-game hit streak and a 7-game multi-on-base streak, meaning that he got on base with a hit and then through some other method, through it be walk or hit by pitch, 7 games in a row to open up the year. That eventually did fall, but still managed to get on base several times, and looking to restart that streak here in this homestand. It's going to be a sharp grounder at the third baseman. Takes a hop and almost takes off the head of Nelson, as we will see PK round and come across to score. It's going to be an RBI double for Austin Owens as he collects his first extra base hit and his first hit of the day. And the Swedes just keep on moving. That makes it 15-4, and it looks like we might see another pitching change for the Berries, and it looks like Sawyer Nelson, the third baseman, taking a moment as it was a hot shot towards him, and then it took a wicked hop, and again mentioned, almost got him straight towards the head, and it looks like time will be stopped, but I believe we're not going to see any changes except for the pinch hitter, and that's going to be Landon Runyon. So Runyon is going to swap in for Gunnar Guile, and expecting it to be a clean switch out in right field. As we have seen Runyon get plenty of pinch hit opportunities, have seen him for a couple starts this season. But really, pinch hitting is where he has seemed to thrive. Again, 9 runs across in the inning for Walla Walla. Runyon out of Huntington Beach, California, but of course has spent his springs up here in Walla Walla at Whitman College. Up on the count, 1-0 versus Worth as the breaking ball bends in for strike one. Again, Worth has only been able to tally 1 out so far in relief, and 3 runs have been counted against him. And the Sweets trying to hit double-digit runs in this inning alone, currently sitting at 9. Another breaking ball missing outside for Worth as, again, first base is open, and it looks like there's another pinch hitter on deck for Walla Walla, and that is Isaac Ricky Torres getting ready in the on-deck circle. But 2-1 count, 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Runyon will take a strike at the knees. Worth kicks and fires, breaking ball. Runyon tears it down the right field line, but wide towards the sweet spot and out towards the Berries bullpen. So the count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Runyon started off his season strong as he pinch hit in the first 3 games of the series versus the Pippins of Yakima Valley, and every single one of those pinch hit appearances laced a double. Now tries to lace another one here. Instead is going to go down swinging on the breaking ball. So Runyon in his first at-bat will be set down swinging as Taylor Worth finally gets out of the inning for the Berries. But Walla Walla with an incredible offensive display in the 7th, putting up 9 versus the Berries. It is now a dominant 15-4 lead for the Onions.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
So after a monstrous 7th inning for the Sweets, we head into the top of the 8th. 15-4 lead for Walla Walla over top the Marion Berries. Again, the Onions putting up 9 runs in the bottom of the 7th. As now Nico Bavaro continues to deal. Will find a foul tip early on out of Jake Dodge. And this being Dodge's first at-bat of the game, as again Dodge facing off against a lot of former teammates as Jake just finishing up his junior year at MSU Denver, that being the Metropolitan State University of Denver with the Roadrunners. And again, of course, Jake Dodge playing against a lot of his former JUCO teammates out of Lynn Benton Community College. Fouls this pitch straight back, goes down 0-2. And unfortunately for Jake, a lot of the Lynn Benton teammates not currently in the lineup or playing do have Ethan Buckley, the catcher out of Central Washington, waiting on the bench, and that is where Dodge is going to have to go as he goes down looking from Bavaro. Another backwards K for Nico. As that being the 5th strikeout for Nico Bavaro. He's currently through 3 1/3 on 59 pitches. As that brings up the designated hitter, and Matt Major, who's currently 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch himself, popped out in foul territory his last time up. First pitch missing up high from Bavaro, but again, so far, this game has just been dominated by 2 of the new faces for Walla Walla. Nico Bavaro coming into relief, making his first summer ball appearance. Again, currently through 3 1/3 inning, only allowed 1 run, 5 strikeouts. And then, of course, you have Royce Hale, who's knocked in 7 runs, has a single, a double, and a homer on the night. 2-0 pitch will be a called strike up and in towards the hands of Major. In that long 7th inning, took the line off things as a hard hit ball out into right center field, and it looks like that ball is going to short hop the fence out in right center. Major digging around second as he will cruise into third with a standing triple, and that will be another extra base hit to add on to the tally. That is the 2nd triple we've seen out to the right center gap from Marion. The first one was all the way back in the top of the 1st, and now Major is 2 for 3 on the day. Again, that ball smoked by Major, as he's currently the only Berry with a multi-hit game so far. I do want to remind everyone that the Marion Berries have 4 hits on the game, and 2 of them have come from Major. Have 4 runs on 4 hits. Walla Walla have 15 runs on 11 hits. The strike just missing at the knees. Again, this being the best offensive showing we've seen out of the Sweets so far in this summer. Of course, still somewhat in the early goings, this being game number 16 of the season. Probably about a quarter of the way through. And previously put up 13 versus Bend, and that was back on June 6th. Excuse me, back on June 7th, there was a 13-1 victory over the Elks here in Borleske, and that was to close out the series. Now opening up a series like this versus the Berries, up 15-4. Bavaro kicks and fires, tracks low on the changeup, and will walk Scherer to make it runners on the corners with 1 out. And that being the 2nd walk administered by Nico, as the lineup card turns over to Nelson. And Sawyer Nelson, 3rd baseman, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Had that triple all the way back in the top of the 1st. But versus Bavaro has gone 1 at bat against him, popped out into shallow right center field. That was hauled in by Nakamura. And now Nico is going to have a lot of confidence with an 11-run lead behind him, as pitch going to be fouled straight back in the netting. 1 ball, 1 strike. But again, had the pleasure of talking to manager Leo Rivera pregame and asked him how it felt to have these reinforcements in. Couldn't really hide the smile on his face, and it meant a lot to kind of have the roster to about full capacity of what he expected, just about. Still a couple more guys looking to join up through the early goings, and again, knew the goal for Coach Rivera and the Sweets was to claim the first half here in the West Coast League. That is still the goal. Want to try and get it done, claim that playoff spot early, and just kind of relax in the second half of the season. Bavaro misses outside. The count will even up at 2s. And Walla Walla have done well for themselves so far. Again, we're tied for first going into the most recent series versus Kamloops. End up falling in that series 1-2, but and a lot of people around here around the Walla Walla Sweets Baseball Club saying that going 500 in that series, or in that road trip in Canada, is huge, going 3-3 across. Being big to keep them competitive. As Bavaro misses up and in, it'll be back-to-back walks to load the bases, and that might be all we see from Bavaro as head coach Leo Rivera goes out. Didn't make a tap to the wrist quite yet. Might just be looking to settle down the lefty and get Bavaro some more time. As again, Nico, this being his first real experience against established college-level players. Again, Nico just graduating high school this past spring. Currently up to 75 pitches as he is being worked in this relief appearance, as he's currently 1 pitch away from matching the starter's pitch count in Perry Stowe, as manager Leo Rivera will leave him in. So bases loaded, 1 out, inning-ending double play still in effect. The infield playing in that double play depth. Again, it's Danny Whitman who steps in 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. As Bavaro is able to kick and deal a first pitch strike. Again, the Sweets obviously, through a 6-day road trip, had to use a lot of arms, a lot of players fatigued all over. And with a chance to save some arms and allow a lot of players some rest, the skipper for the Sweets definitely going to lean on that. Bavaro immediately up 0-2 versus Whitman. Major off of third, Scherer off of second, Nelson off of first. The southpaw kicks, fires, misses the heater, up and away. Kennedy still having to stay agile behind home plate. As we'll see if Bavaro can't get out of it. It's going to be a single laced up the middle. We'll see Major come around to score. Scherer is going to get waved around as well. And it's going to be a 2 RBI single for Whitman to get the Berries up to 6 as they cut down the lead. And that might be very well all we see from Bavaro. And still a couple arms getting going, and it still looks like Nico might stay in there, as head coach Leo Rivera might as well just task him to close off the 8th inning. We will see a pinch hitter for the Berries, however, and it's going to be Colin Lentillo out of Poulsbo, Washington. Out of Danville, California, who will get his first time in. As Bavaro will stay in there. Lentillo just finished up his sophomore season with the St. Mary's College Gales. The first pitch will be up and in towards the hands, and will be ball number 1. Again, runners on first and second with just 1 out. Inning-ending double play is still there. Fastball misses outside. Lentillo, this being his first showing as a Berry, making his Marion debut. Bavaro falls 2-0 in the count. If we do see a walk here, believe that would be the end of the appearance for Nico, and it's going to be a fastball fouled back into the net. So 2-1 count. As the 2-1 fouled straight back, and back-to-back foul tips. We'll make it 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Still 2 runners on. Another pitch in towards the hands, and count will end up going full. Again, Lentillo pinch hitting. Was able to be a part of the roster for St. Mary's that, of course, won out in the West Coast Conference Tournament. Won themselves a bid, and going down swinging will be Lentillo as Bavaro picks up another strikeout. That is number 6 on the appearance for the young southpaw. And that will bring up the cleanup man in Serrano. First pitch will track under the knee. Serrano currently 0 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. And got on through air his first time up, flew out his second time up, then had the RBI walk back in the 5th, and that was administered by Bavaro. And then his second time up versus Nico grounded out to the second baseman in Nakamura. But it's Sawyer Nelson off of second, Danny Whitman off of first. Serrano trying to bring in more runs, and he just might. He slams the ball out to right field. Runyon has to watch it go. It is a 3-run shot from Martin Serrano. That cuts the lead down to 6 for the Berries. It is an offensive showing all over the place, as Serrano goes yard for the 4th time this season, and immediately the skipper will head out, taps the wrist, and that will be it for Nico Bavaro. Gets through 3 2/3, tosses 88 pitches in the relief appearance, strikes out 6, allows 6 runs in this time, and ultimately a solid showing from Bavaro, and tasked to get out of some tough situations and really dig into that left arm. As the top of the 8th will continue, as we've seen 5 come across from the Berries. It's 15-9 the Sweets lead here in the top of the 8th. We'll take a quick break as the new arm gets ready for Walla Walla.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
So it'll be the right-hander out of Arizona Christian University in Joey Genduso, who will take over for the Sweets on the bump. Again, 15-9, Walla Walla lead here in the top of the 8th. Sweets put up 9 runs in the bottom of the 7th, and the Berries have responded with 5 here in the top of the 8th. 24 total runs as Genduso will toss in a strike. And Joey, a native of Hillsboro, Oregon. And making just his second appearance of the season, as it's going to be a chopper to the left side, picked up well by Hawson, gets it across in time for out number 3, and Joey not wasting any time here in the top of the 8th will shut things down after the 3-run homer from Martin Serrano. But again, 9 picked up by Walla Walla in the 7th, and 5 picked up in response by the Berries. 24 total here in Borleske sends us into the bottom of the 8th.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
So it continues here in Borleske, bottom of the 8th inning. Sweets leading 15-9 over top the Marion Berries, and it's going to be Isaac Ricky Torres pinch hitting for the Sweets, as he'll step in place of Sam Kane and takes ball 1 upstairs. Taylor Worth continuing his showing and came in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ended up throwing 30 pitches to get 2 outs, allowed 3 earned runs in that time. Now going up against Ricky to open up the bottom of the 8th, who gets up 2-0. Again, the Sweets leading by 6 and need 3 more outs to close out the series opener versus the Berries. Again, wind still gusting from right to left across field, as a foul tip will, believe, catch the umpire and Thomas Glenn pretty clean. Didn't seem to feel it. Again, currently about 73 degrees now here in Walla Walla, as the temperature feels like under 70 with the wind still kicking up. Has fallen dark, light shining down here at Borleske, as this will get Ricky in the elbow, and Torres will advance on to first, and an early hit by pitch will put the first runner aboard. And that will bring in the big Royce Hale. And Royce Hale has been the definition of unreal tonight, making his Walla Walla Sweets debut. 3 for 4, a single, double, and a homer, has knocked in 7 of the 15 runs for the Sweets. Triple away from the cycle, and we have already seen 2 triples tonight out towards that right center field gap. And as a lefty pull hitter, Royce, no stranger to that power alley whatsoever, gets up 1-0 in the count versus Worth. The UC Davis righty kicks and fires. Runner takes off in Ricky as he's going to take second base clean. Another stolen base on the evening for Walla Walla. Again, Walla Walla looking to stay as aggressive as you can, because why not at this point? 6-run lead, need 3 outs to close out the series opener. And you still have a nice disposal of arms in the bullpen. Joey Genduso will likely remain in the top of the 9th. 2-0 pitch, big swing and a miss out of Hale. And he is looking to put a charge into something, no doubt, as, again, it is a little bit harder to get the ball out over the right field fence here in Borleske, as, again, it just seems to be where the wind kicks in, makes it a little bit tougher. It ripped down the right field line, smoked out towards the sweet spot. And that nearly triple digits off the bat of Hale. That thing almost tore the cover off it towards the sweet spot. But it will just be a long strike 2. As Worth can very well try and set down the big DH out of Seattle U. Kicks and fires. The breaking ball does do so. Gets the swing and a miss, and Hale retired for just the 2nd time tonight, the first time on strikes. And we'll see another pinch hitter for Walla Walla, and I believe that's going to be Jonah Chang stepping in. So Jonah Chang out of Victoria, British Columbia, of course, spends his springs here in Walla Walla with Whitman College, making another plate appearance on the season, as we have seen Jonah get his fair share of pinch hitting appearances. Saw him quite a few times on the Canadian road trip, as did see him get his first start of the season. That was versus Kamloops back on Friday night. End up going 0 for 3 in that game, as Jonah still yet to find a strikeout, as Ricky will take off the throw down to third. Is it in time? No, it will not be. Ricky swipes third. So 2 stolen bases for Isaac Torres, showing off the wheels. And again, you have yourselves a 6-run lead. Why not stay aggressive? So Torres swipes back-to-back bags to put himself onto third, and leaves an RBI opportunity up for Chang, who swings away at the breaking ball, and count will end up going 0-2. Again, Ricky, only 1 stolen base coming into tonight. Now he's got 3 on the season. As another breaking ball gets the swing and a miss out of Chang, and Jonah will be set down swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Taylor Worth, as now he's sitting 3 on the appearance so far, and that'll bring up Jalen Kennedy. So Kennedy still a chance to tally his first hit and his first RBI as a Sweet. Lets the breaking ball go for ball 1, and it looks like that just stayed a little bit up high. Again, right now, Jalen 0 for 4, line out, strikeout, ground out, and a pop out. 1-0 pitch on its way, fastball in towards the hands, and it looks like a left hand lost on the bat by Kennedy, and it looks like he's going to wipe down the grip a little bit. Just kind of try and reset that grip, as we already have seen 1 bat tossed towards the right field foul ground, as that was by Logan Nakamura earlier on this evening. 1-1 pitch on its way. Another breaking ball draws the swing out of Kennedy. Down 1-2. As Taylor Worth has really dialed in that curveball, and he is now just stuck to it. And the right-hander out of UC Davis. 1-2 in the count, looking to send us on into the ninth. Torres leading off of third fastball, misses away, and Worth continuing to change up that velocity, change up that location as goes to the breaking ball time and time again. Curveball sometimes starts it high, drops it in, sometimes drops it below the knees, and then we'll usually see him on a 2-strike count after missing a breaking ball, goes to the fastball, really tries to speed it up and throw off the batter's tempo. Now goes back to the breaking ball, and Jalen fends it off. So it'll stay 2 balls, 2 strikes, as it looks like another pinch hitter is waiting on deck. That is another Whitman College Blue, and Nate Petz waiting to try and get his first at-bat of the night. Kick and deal, breaking ball is going to be put in play, third base side, stopped by Nelson. He fires it across for out number 3. And after the hit by pitch and back-to-back stolen bases, Taylor Worth is able to close out the 8th inning for the Berries. It remains 15-9, Walla Walla lead heading into the 9th inning, looking for 3 more outs to close out the series opener.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
So into the top of the 9th we go here in Borleske, and it looks like the skipper Leo Rivera wants to shut it down quick in the top of the 9th as he turns to the Seattle Red Hawk in Isaac Hallam. Hallam making his first appearance of the summer as a Sweet, of course, was with the Sweets last summer, but now returning once again for Walla Walla. But Hallam can spend his first 2 years as a freshman and sophomore at Seattle University. Just finished up his sophomore season with the Redhawks. Now committed to play with the University of San Francisco Dons as gets a big swing and a miss upstairs against Evan Berg. But Hallam tossed himself 14 appearances this past spring with the Redhawks. Just over 31 innings. Had a 5.46 ERA, misses down low into the dirt towards Kennedy, 1-2 count. But again, Hallam, a very strong arm to have in the arsenal for Walla Walla, and being put in here to get a little bit more exposure here. Isaac out of Issaquah, Washington. It's at 6'3", 205 pounds. Kicks and fires the 1-2. Breaking ball at the knees will ring up Berg for out number 1. And Berg struck out for the 3rd time in a row. As that'll bring up Jake Dodge, getting his second plate appearance of the night.
Wait, NJHS? That's National and Junior Honor Society?
As saw him come in now, big swing and a miss.
Guess my GPA. Yes. 3.4. 3.5.
As Dodge faced off against Bavaro last and struck out looking to the southpaw, now quickly goes down 0-2 to Hallam.
No, I had like the bare minimum grades.
Again, Jake Dodge was able to call him in his first 2 years of college at Lynn Bend Community College down in Albany, Oregon. Guy who swings for the fences, quite literally takes huge cuts and takes them often, as will go down on 3 straight swing and misses to Hallam. Back-to-back Ks for Isaac. And the returning Sweet looking just as comfortable. So that will bring up Matt Major, the designated hitter. Trying to keep this game alive for the Marion Berries, as Major 2 for 3, had himself a big triple his last time up, and now is going to have a little chin music as Hallam is going to shake him off the plate. So it looks like Major will take his time stepping back into the box, as again, not really a guy you want to step back in on. Again, Hallam had 8 appearances last summer for the Sweets as he pumps in a strike. Had a 7.24 ERA, 1.61 whip, 26 strikeouts across 27 innings. And was more of a starter in his 8 appearances, 5 of which were starts. And we'll see how he's used this summer for the Sweets. Again, made 2 starts this past spring, but was still very much a reliever. Had a 2-3 record with the Red Hawks, and knew Leo Rivera, the head coach of the Sweets, quite well as an assistant coach at Seattle. Now goes up and in towards the letters again of Major, and the count goes 3-1. Again, Major out of Tulane University in Louisiana. Originally out of Troy, Ohio. Just finished up his freshman season with Tulane. Now ball is going to be lifted out into right field. It's going to be settled under by Runyon. He makes the catch for out number 3 as Isaac Hallam returns to Borleske. Goes 1-2-3 to close out the 9th. And the Sweets claim the series opener versus the Berries 15-9. The highest scoring game of the season for the Walla Walla, tacking on 15, beating their previous record earlier this summer of 13 runs versus the Elks, stacking on 15, highlighted by the 9-run bottom of the 7th for Walla Walla. But what a matchup here. Saw a lot of great pitchers get some more time for the Sweets. Of course, Perry Stowe had himself the 4-inning start, allowed 3 runs, striking out 6. Then Nico Bavaro, in his first summer ball appearance, his first appearance as a Sweet, tossed 88 pitches in 3 2/3, allowed 6 runs, striking out 3. Joey Genduso picked up an out, and then Isaac Hallam goes 1-2-3. And of course, on the bats, saw 3 Sweets have multi-hit games. Peyton Knowles, Trevor T, each having 2 hits apiece. And then the big man, Royce Hale, 3 for 5, knocking in 7 runs, a single, a double, and a homer to make his Sweets debut, and did it with a bang here in Walla Walla. But that just being the first game of the series versus the Berries. Of course, we'll be right back here at Borleske tomorrow with another first pitch set for 6:35 p.m. here in Borleske versus the Berries. But thank you for joining us on the Walla Walla Sweets YouTube channel. I've been Brad Whitman. One more time, your final score, 15 Walla Walla, 9 for the Berries. We'll see you tomorrow night.